Hello and welcome to another Blender bite-sized video. In this one I'm going to show you how to create a glazed ceramic material procedurally in Blender 4. Here's the kit I'm using. It's Blender 4.2, Windows 11, NVIDIA graphics card, Cycles render engine and a custom startup file that I will show you in a separate video if you'd like to watch that. Just before I continue with the tutorial, let me remind you that you can grab this material and hundreds more on my Gumroad store, blenderbitesize.gumroad.com. Okay, so here we are in that custom startup file. I have a room, a light, a camera and an object. I'm going to switch over to the shading tab and enable display render preview. As a reminder, again, I'm using the Cycles render engine. I've got my object selected and I click on new material and it will bring in a principled BSDF shader and a material output. So we're going to make some changes on the principled shader to start with. I'm going to set the roughness at 1 and the index of refraction at 1.47. I'm going to enable subsurface and set the radius on each color to 0.1. Then I'm going to set the scale at 0.5. Next up on the specular, I'm going to expand the section, but I'm not going to make changes here, but I need access to that later on. Then I'm going to open up Coat, set the roughness to 0.05 and the index of refraction to 1.65. Now they're the main settings for the principled shader. We're now going to create a couple of groups to control various factors. So I'm pressing Shift A and searching for an RGB node. Then the same again and a value node, and then same again and a mix color node. So we've got those three there. I'm going to connect the mix color node to the base color of the principled shader and change the blending mode to color. I'm going to connect the value node to the factor of that mix node. Set the value at 0.7. And the RGB node I'm going to connect to the B slot on the mix node and also connect that up to the tint on both the specular and the coat. I'm then going to set the hue at, let me remind myself, 0.25, the saturation at 0.05 and the value at 0.6, and that will give me a nice light grey tone. Now I'm going to frame those by pressing Shift P when I've got them all selected. Then I'll press N to open the node panel on the right, and then I can give it a label so that I know what it is when I come back to this material. And of course, if you download this from Gumroad or my Gumroad store, then basically you will have this already set up for you. Next up, we're going to start adding some other nodes as well to control some detail. So this would be a nice ceramic shader already, but we're going to add some more detail to give it a little bit more extra. So we're going to add a color ramp. I'm going to set the first value to 0.25, 0.025 and 0.7. That's hue, saturation and value. And the last one, 0, 0 and 1. So basically white. Then I'm going to add a mix color node, connect that to the color ramp, and then instead of pressing Shift A each time, I'm going to drag out from the connectors that I want to add to. So on the factor, I'm going to add a noise texture with the factor connection. On the A slot, a Voronoi node, a Voronoi texture node with the distance connector. And on the B slot, another noise texture with the factor value connected. I then want to duplicate that noise texture by pressing Shift D. And then with that noise texture selected, press Ctrl T to add a texture coordinate and a mapping node. and connect up the object output from the texture coordinate, and then the vector output from the mapping node to the top noise texture and the bottom noise texture as well. Okay, for the top noise texture, we've got scale at 9.5, detail at 15, and everything else is as it is. For the Voronoi texture, we're changing the feature output to distance to edge. Then I need to connect up that middle noise texture with the Voronoi texture. So I'm taking the color value into the vector. For the noise texture itself, 9.5 and detail of 10. That's a scale of 9.5, sorry. And then for the bottom noise texture, we're leaving it exactly as it is, despite me clicking into the box. Okay, so we've got the majority of bits and pieces going on there. So I'm just going to add a frame around that collection of nodes, and I'm going to call that detail. So you would press Shift P for that, call it detail, press N to get that node thingy out again. And this is okay. We've got bits and pieces going on. I'm just going to isolate each of those nodes so you can see what's happening with each of those. So if you want to play with this texture, you can do so. Sometimes it doesn't look like a lot's happening, but it's when you get onto the next node that something may happen. Anyway, that's basically the node setup. So what I'm going to do is I am going to send this to render. Don't think it's quite there yet. But let me show you the settings that I've got going on here first. So for render, a noise threshold of 0.1, maximum samples of 512, denoising enabled, and then all the rest of the settings you can see there. If you need to make a note or change anything, feel free to pause the video if you want to try and emulate this as much as possible. Speaking of compositing, which you saw at the bottom there, I've got the denoise node connected to the noisy image output of the image. And I'll just send that to render. So I have sped this up a little bit, and that took a total of 7 seconds to render out, which is not bad for a single frame. But it's not glossy. We needed glazed ceramic, and what I did is I forgot to connect the value to the weight of the coat. And there you can see we've got instant glaziness. Plus, we've got the detail from the background coming through as well. And not the background, the detail node group coming through as well. That took just a little bit over 8 seconds for a frame. Again, not bad. And here it is fully animated. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this one and will give it a go yourself and play around with it. You can obviously change the overall color using that RGB node. So just use that dial to dial up any color you like. Right. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up and of course subscribe for future content. And leave any comments in the usual place.